After yesterday's emotional victim statements, today the court will hear from a number of people on Darrell Brooks's behalf as day 2 of his sentencing hearing begins. Also, many questions remain after 4 University of Idaho students were killed in their home across from campus. What we know so far. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for joining us. Let's head right to the Weather Center where meteorologist Greg Barnhart has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Still some flurries out there.
Yeah, the good news is our temperatures are above freezing right now, so most of the snow that is falling is melting on any pavement surfaces, but it is still snowing out there. You see clouds out there, they're starting to break up a little bit more. I think we'll see less shower activity than we saw previous days. So right now, 34 degrees, we're above freezing, and we'll stay above freezing until later this afternoon. Cloud cover will be here and there, and a few showers, but much less than we saw yesterday. This morning's lows really didn't budge much, but we did get below freezing, so that did allow some snow to actually accumulate on road surfaces. For the future temps, you see, we're going to climb up right now 37, but we'll come back down below freezing as we get towards the evening. That could provide some slick spots once again, kind of that refreezing thing. Snow depth right now 1 to 3 inches right now across the area. Most areas saw that. It's different snow depth. Don't confuse snow depth with snowfall. One of the two are different. We've had quite a bit of snow, but snow depth right down there. But we have something coming that's even colder with some more showers. You can see that right on satellite right now up to the north. That's the one that we'll be tracking that will provide some colder temperatures, maybe record lows. I'll track that out here a bit later in the broadcast.
But it sure is pretty out there, isn't it?
It is.
It's like a snow globe. All right, Greg, thank you. We'll check back. Stay up to date on the weather and the latest road conditions on our First Warn Forecast weather app. It also has hourly forecast and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather. Day 2 of the Darrell Brooks sentencing trial has begun. 9 people are expected to read statements on Brooks' behalf. Yesterday, the court heard emotional statements from 45 people about the pain his actions caused them. Brooks faces 6 consecutive life sentences and 859 years of confinement. A jury found him guilty of killing 6 people and injuring more than 60 others when he drove his SUV through the Waukesha Christmas parade last year. Now into some crazy video out of Middleton. A nail salon on University Avenue will be closed until further notice after a car crashed into the storefront. It happened at Nail Salon yesterday afternoon. Investigators say the driver was parking in front of the business when her boot got stuck between the gas and brake pedals. She then crashed through the building. An employee inside was injured and had to be taken to the hospital. The driver was unharmed. A former University of Virginia football player accused of fatally shooting 3 people on campus made his first court appearance today. A judge has ordered Christopher Jones to be held without bond. The 22-year-old did not enter a plea in court. Jones is facing second-degree murder and weapons charges. UVA football players Lavelle Davis Jr., Deshaun Perry, and former Badger Devin Chandler were shot as their bus was returning from a field trip. Witnesses told police Jones was not shooting at random. Today, the university canceled its last home game of the season, which was set to be played on Saturday. A decision on the final game of the season on November 26th has not yet been made. Many questions remain after 4 University of Idaho students were killed in their home across from campus on Sunday. Police say the 3 women and a man were the victims of a targeted attack. The victims appeared to be close friends. Investigators believe an edged weapon like a knife was used, but no weapon was recovered at the scene. Police say there is no threat to the community, but there have been no arrests, and a motive remains unclear. After spending the last 2 years claiming the 2020 election was stolen from him, former President Trump is officially ready for 2024. Last night, Mr. Trump announced another bid for the White House. The twice-impeached former president is aiming to be only the second commander-in-chief ever elected to 2 non-consecutive terms. Trump making the long-anticipated announcement in the wake of election losses from several of his endorsed candidates.
Much criticism is being placed on the fact that the Republican Party should have done better, and frankly, much of this blame is correct. But the citizens of our country have not yet realized the full extent and gravity of the pain our nation is going through, and the total effect of the suffering is just starting to take hold. They don't quite feel it yet, but they will very soon.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is seen as one possible contender to challenge the former president. Another potential contender is his former Vice President, Mike Pence. President Biden, who has yet to announce whether he will seek re-election, tweeted after the Trump announcement, quote, "Donald Trump failed America." Florida Republican Senator Rick Scott is telling colleagues he will challenge Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell for Senate leadership next year. That's according to a source who has seen a letter Scott sent to his colleagues. He would be the first real challenger McConnell has faced in his time as GOP leader. Senate Republicans expected to hold leadership elections sometime today. The international community is now in agreement. A missile that landed in Poland yesterday that killed 2 people was most likely a stray rocket fired by Ukraine. Natalie Brand has the latest.
Following an emergency meeting, Poland's president says it's highly probable that the missile that slammed into a Polish border village Tuesday was fired by Ukraine's anti-missile defense. He called for calm as an investigation continues. 2 people died in the incident that came as Ukraine was under a blistering aerial attack from Russia. Poland is a NATO member, which means a deliberate attack on the country would require member nations to respond.
This is not Ukraine's fault. Russia bears the responsibility for what happened.
While in Bali, President Biden met with NATO and G7 allies to discuss the developments.
Russia can and should stop the war. If they're able to do it, they can stop it tomorrow if they wanted to. But I'm glad we're on the same page in terms of supporting the Ukrainian people's right to be free.
With Congress back in session post-election, President Biden is asking for an additional $37 billion in emergency aid for Ukraine, but House GOP leaders have cautioned not to expect a blank check. Ukraine's president says additional aid is desperately needed to help prevent more missile attacks and drive Russia out of Ukraine. He warns that it's just a matter of time before Russia expands its attacks to neighboring countries. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
And a resident of the Polish border village where the missile landed says the 2 victims of the blast were men in their 60s. Well, after a number of delays and rescheduling, the Artemis 1 missile finally has lifted off. NASA's most powerful rocket was dogged by 2 hurricanes and numerous technical issues, including hydrogen leaks. New leaks showed up Tuesday night just hours before the launch window opened. A group of NASA technicians known as the Red Crew were sent onto the launch pad to assess and fix the leak. The rocket has sent the Orion capsule with no astronauts on board for a journey around the sun.
This is just the test flight, and we are stressing it and testing it to make it as safe as possible.
NASA says the ultimate goal from this test flight and the Artemis moon mission is to also send a crew to Mars one day. This mission costs more than $4 billion. There's more to come on News 3 now at noon. Amazon begins slashing thousands of jobs, and Taylor Swift fans are angry at Ticketmaster. That's coming up in the Money Watch Report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
With Dad's arthritis, he needs extra help around the house, so I called a Grace. Yes, a Grace. With their agent home service, he can stay at home.
That's where I want to spend these months. With hospice care from a Grace, I can stay home with my dog and my grandkids and their laughter.
I had no idea laughter could be a part of my life again after Joe died, but through a Grace, I found hope and healing.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Habitat families build their own homes alongside volunteers, pay an affordable mortgage, and are grateful for your help. With safe and permanent housing, Dane County families can invest more in their health, education, community, and beyond. Please donate or volunteer today.
Hey, we're here at the local farmers market where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh, hand-picked local Medicare. What do you mean when you say shop local for Medicare?
Your local Medicare plans have all of the bells and whistles the national TV ads promise, only better because you're working with local agents who know the doctors, specialists, and the hospital networks inside and out. You're not going to get that talking to a national call center wanting to check your zip code.
Don't be fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to your Medicare options, keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and their services are free.
This is Connie Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. While things have changed, it's still necessary for families to stay connected. And when it comes to the loss of a loved one, it's important to process and grieve and honor your loved one in a way that keeps everyone safe. We're doing this through intimate services and private virtual streaming so your family can be part of the service no matter where they are. Ryan Funeral Homes are here with your safety in mind and compassionate care in your time of need.
As falling leaves give way to snow, Midwestern winters bring rough weather and high energy bills. Feldco's here to help with our biggest sale of the season. 50% off windows, no money down, and no interest until 2024. Winter's right around the corner, and the clock is ticking.
50% off windows and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
One doesn't usually think of robots when you think about agriculture, but Rank Seed does. Rank is rooted in technology, striving to bring the best products to their customers. From DNA-level development of genetics and traits, GPS-linked assessment of yield and performance, to gravity tables and color sorters, to make sure Rank has the highest germination and the purest seed. Rank couples its customer-friendly service with the latest technologies needed to bring the best products to its farmers. From research to results, Rank Seed is rooted in technology.
Layoffs began at Amazon Tuesday, according to multiple news reports. The Washington Post reports that Amazon employees were called into meetings with their managers across the country and told they had 2 months to find another job internally or accept severance payment. The tech giant is expected to slash around 10,000 corporate and tech jobs. The price of a taxi ride in New York City is about to go up for the first time in a decade. Tuesday, the city's Taxi and Limousine Commission voted for a 23% hike on metered fares. Uber, Lyft, and other rideshare drivers will also see a boost in compensation. The new increases are expected to take effect by the end of the year. And fans of Taylor Swift crashed the Ticketmaster website Tuesday as pre-sale tickets to her first concert tour in 5 years went up for grabs. Fans complained about delays, outages, and other technical glitches, prompting Ticketmaster to post an update saying there's been historically unprecedented demand. Tickets go on sale to the general public Friday. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Let's check stocks at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial's up 17 points. The NASDAQ, though, down 125. The S&P 500 off 24. Twitter employees have a difficult decision to make. In a recent late-night internal email sent by new owner Elon Musk, employees have until 5 p.m. tomorrow to commit to, quote, extremely hardcore work or leave the company. The subject line reads, a fork in the road. Musk goes on to say only exceptional performance will constitute a passing grade, and explains how Twitter will be much more like an engineering-driven machine. The email directs employees to click yes if they want to continue working there. Anyone who does not respond will be let go and given 3 months severance pay. There's a recall warning out for the inflatable bounce houses sold under the name My Bouncer Little Castle. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission is warning consumers about the risk of entrapment and strangulation. The bounce house is sold on Amazon, eBay, and other online retailers. Consumers are urged not to purchase or sell these bounce houses and to stop using and dispose of these products immediately. Our call for action volunteers are in the building taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. You're looking at a live look at the Call for Action studio. Volunteers are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you can call for action right now at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call for action. Well, coming up, we have today's egg prices along with the complete forecast. And then today on Live at 4, there's a new addition to the National World War II Museum in New Orleans. Wendy Gillette is back with an outdoor show that's lighting up the city. It's coming up at 4.
Dear 2029, we look forward to seeing you. After our 160-point quality assurance inspections, we'll be Toyota certified used vehicles with 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. Not to honk our own horns, but the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota.
To learn more about Toyota certified used vehicles, see your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota, let's go places.
If you're on Medicare and Medicaid, it pays to pick a plan with the benefits you want. With the iCare Medicare plan, members receive a spending account card that gives them $150 total per month to spend on food, OTC items, utilities, or even rent. Members also have a $0 copay for all covered Part D drugs and dental and vision coverage. Call to speak with a licensed sales agent who will help you find out if you're eligible. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new Beauty Rest mattress from Steinhoffels. Right now, save up to $600 on Beauty Rest mattresses. Queens start at just $399. Or get $200 in Steinhoffels cash and a $100 MasterCard rewards card when you upgrade to the redesigned Beauty Rest Black. More luxurious and comfortable than ever. And with Steinhoffels' special 72-month financing, your mattress just got more affordable. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
A local nonprofit sets a big goal to bring books to kids in need here in the 608. Tomorrow, Josh checks in with an update from the Madison Reading Project.
Plus, even colder temperatures on the way to southern Wisconsin. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
And Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report is at the National Farm Broadcasters Convention. She'll be back on Monday, so here are your farm numbers. Well, scientists from around the world are teaming up with Google and the public to better study the health of coral reefs. It's happening on the sidelines of this year's COP27 climate summit in Egypt. CBS's Ian Lee has the story.
Researchers are asking people to put their ears to the ocean to help save the world's coral reef under growing threat from climate change, pollution, and overfishing.
It's a whole sonic world that we're not aware of, so it's like really exciting to try and find out what all these sounds mean.
Marine biologist Mary Shadipo and her team dove deep to capture hundreds of hours of coral sounds in marine protected areas around the globe. Google is helping scientists sift through the audio with an online platform anyone can access, which reveals what a healthy reef or a damaged one might sound like.
So we've got a listening collective where you have ears from all over the world, and also people listen differently. So a young person can hear higher frequencies and they might pick out a fish sound that an older person won't.
All the listening is aimed at uncovering different sounds of marine life to help track illegal mining and pinpoint areas in need of revitalization.
The same sound can mean a different thing if they change color. There's all these like nuances in the sounds that we want to know about, so we understand what's happening, how they're communicating.
Scientists say as more people give their ears to the project, the eyes of the world will be open to the importance of protecting the beauty below. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
And a study by the Wildlife Conservation Society found only 2.5% of the world's corals are formally protected and conserved through laws and regulations. Well, any more snow on the way? Here's Greg with your complete forecast.
Well, actually, yeah, we're going to have more snow on the way, but I think the biggest thing you're going to notice is our temperatures are going to get cold here. We're looking at potential record cold coming Saturday, especially Sunday morning, giving those are the records right now. 3 degrees, 5 degrees. We will be in the single digits, just depends how cold we'll get. Give you an idea, we had a cold snap back in 1959 where they set 4 straight days, including they were below 0 on one of those days. So that's something we got to keep in as we go work our way through Saturday into Sunday. We will have snow in the meantime, but we're going to have a couple shots of cold air, one coming through tomorrow, then another one coming through. That's more Friday and Saturday. Once that gets passed, our pattern is going to start changing a little bit more. The flow is going to be westerly. We're going to start warming back up, and the cold air really is going to retreat to the north through next weekend. Right now, we will have a system maybe coming through Thanksgiving, but right now it's going to kind of stay on the warm side. For today, right now, the showers continue. Not as much as we saw previous days, a little bit less activity. We're going to see that through tonight, less cloud cover, a few showers, but then we're going to see this front coming, so a more scattered nature of the showers, probably more tomorrow. As we get into tomorrow afternoon, you can see that activity, and then we'll start seeing that lessen a little bit for Friday. Still some showers through Saturday as we got another front coming through. But for today, we're just going to see a few and on and off. Mainly the area will be southwest Wisconsin with a few more showers, but overall less than we saw yesterday. Temperature is going to slowly fall overnight. A few flurries here and there, but temperatures will fall below freezing, so that's important if you're out in the roads. Anything that moisture will refreeze back up. As we start off tomorrow, we'll start seeing showers redevelop much more tomorrow, maybe some more intense showers as this cold front comes through tomorrow at noontime is something to look at, and then through the evening hours, and then we should start seeing it kind of dissipate overnight. Not much in the way of accumulation. You could see another 1, maybe 1 to 2 inches, but this is over kind of a day period. But something to keep in mind of really for the road conditions. That really goes on once you look at the 10-day right now. The thing to keep in mind is all these shower chances. Really the thing notice is the temperatures continue to fall through the 20s through Saturday. There's your low for Sunday morning at 8. So we could be in the single digits, and we could see sub-zero in some areas, given that we do have a pretty good snow depth right now. Then it looks like we do mild up, and right now Thanksgiving looks like we're back to average with some rain, but really doesn't look to be anything snow-wise in particular right now for travel to or after Thanksgiving right now. So, but it will be cold. I know the gun deer season's starting Saturday, so it will be a cold start to it.
What's the record low?
That is 5 for that day.
And we're looking at
8. So we're close. We're close.
Count them on 2 hands.
Yep.
And if you like the snow, you should enjoy it before next week the way it looks.
Yeah, it'll probably be gone. Definitely with those 40 degrees. We only have about 2 inches on the ground right now, so at the most maybe 3 by the time all this is done. So yeah, it'll be gone.
But the deer hunters like this fresh snow, that's for sure.
That's right.
All right, great. Thank you. Several new floats will make an appearance at the 96th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Designers are putting their final touches before next week. Wonder Bread is debuting its Wonder Ship, a clear dome filled with balls and confetti. There's a baby shark float. And Toys R Us is back with a new Jeffrey called Jeffrey's Dazzling Dance Party. He'll be DJ as Jordan Sparks performs. And just in time for the holidays, LEGO has unveiled its tallest build ever. It's the new LEGO Eiffel Tower set. It contains 10,000 pieces, and once complete, it's an authentic replica of the iconic landmark in Paris, standing nearly 5 feet. The set's not cheap. It's $630. The LEGO Eiffel Tower will be sold in LEGO stores and on Lego.com beginning Black Friday. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. I'm next. Howard continues to look at what to serve at Thanksgiving in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Sometimes it's okay to break tradition, and this is one of those times. Are you up for the challenge?
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there's now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
Volunteering offers more than benefits for those served. Volunteers reap health benefits from the time they give. RSVP of Dane County's Driver Services Program needs volunteers to provide rides to medical appointments and deliver meals to older adults in Dane County. Ideal candidates are of legal driving age, love to drive, and meet new people. Schedules are very flexible, and volunteer drivers will use their own vehicles and are reimbursed for mileage. To make a difference, please contact RSVP of Dane County today.
Fry Construction wants to thank you for once again voting us Best of Madison 3 years running with 27% off gutters or insulation. Your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best of Madison 3 years in a row. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Save 27% off gutters or insulation with any full roof replacement project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Here's to the holidays. Here's to the casserole queens and Santas who saute. To the turkeys brined in beer, and well, just beer. To the ones who do the most, and the ones who do the least. To the classic traditions, and whatever you call this one. This year, no matter how you holiday, Festival has you covered. Festival Foods, a Wisconsin tradition since 1946.
When it comes to Thanksgiving, I'm a big believer that you don't want to mess with the basics. Like, I would never serve a lasagna instead of a turkey on that day. And next to the bird, you gotta have mashed potatoes and some sort of stuffing. But beyond that, in my book, it's okay to try something new with the sides. So this year, instead of serving the classic creamy green bean casserole, how about swapping it for a lighter and flavor-packed option that will be very welcome? We start by cooking some fresh green beans in a pot of boiling water until they're tender, yet still crisp. While they drain, in the same pot, we melt some butter and stir in some fresh lemon juice, a good amount of slivered garlic, a bit of capers if we want, and some salt and pepper. Now the green beans go back in the pot and we'll toss them until they're well coated and infused with all that goodness. When these get passed around the table with all the other fill-you-up favorites, they'll be a welcome change. To get the recipe for our lemon garlic green beans, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a lighter and brighter way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
And here's Greg with one final check of your forecast.
Yeah, we're still going to have off and on showers, but you can see the sun's starting to peek out a little bit, folks. So today, not as quite as many showers. Looks like a peak more tomorrow, but it'll continue through Saturday. Cold temps, 20s, record lows maybe Sunday, and breezy. You'll notice the winds pick up with the front coming through tomorrow, and they'll continue. Overall, I see radar. Most of the showers really concentrated more to the west of Madison. We'll see a little uptick in that, especially west of Madison, but overnight we'll still see some flurries here and there, but something to keep in mind of. Like I said, tomorrow, more showers for most of the area. Then we'll see on and off, and notice the temperatures continue to nosedive through the weekend. Single digits for lows. Warmer for Thanksgiving.
All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4.